Alright, first and foremost, I want to say, oop, yeah, alright, so it's all good. First and foremost, I want to say, Kal Halalim Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Rakah Kadash, Barakatam. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. It's a little brother Shema Shawan beginning again. And I'm going to call this series the Hit and Run series. I'm currently in college, and I really didn't want to go back, but parents forced me back. Pretty much said if I don't go, they're gonna make me homeless. They're not gonna have me in the house, and rather than risk and call their bluff, I had no choice but to go. It's a very fucked up situation. You would think that someone that's supposed to love you, wouldn't do that, right? But it is what it is. Here I am. Obviously, I can't really record inside the dorm room. That wouldn't be too intelligent. There's a park nearby. It has a very strange feeling. I was doing a take for Assyrians, part 3, which I still have on the back burner. And I'm gonna have to redo it. There's too much stuff I left out. Huh? Football fields? Hold on. Yeah. That was some family. Pretty much asked me some directions. I told them where the football fields are. They're a bit north and east. They're kind of by the Circle Apartments in that area. Kind of like on the other side of campus. They're pretty far away. And, but back into it. This is just an image. I have no intention of reading this article, but I wanted to make a lesson on colorism in the Israelite community, because it's very well there, So you see this article here: denying your light skin privilege is harmful to the black community. Okay, and this is very real. Right? This is one of Esau Edom's tactics to keep us separated. Okay, because yes, a lot of these mulattoes or light skins are tares. Okay, but a lot of them are actually jakes. Okay. Obviously, going back to the line of the father. So I'm going to start off with a little excerpt from this book I got here, the Black Jacobins. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, page 38, Black Jacobins by C.L.R. James, page 38, middle of the page. They divided the offspring of white and black and intermediate shades into 128 divisions. The true mulatto was a child of the pure black and the pure white. So the true mulatto was the child of a pure black and a pure white. Okay? The child of the white and a mulatto woman was a quarteron, with 96 parts white and 32 parts black. See how they're fucking damn devils, man. They're making divisions. It all goes back to the line of the father. Okay? But the quarteron could be produced by the white and the marabou in the proportion of 88 to 40. Oh, those people don't know where they're going. They need to act like campus security. There's a certain way to get to the football fields, but they're not getting it. They're not fucking getting it. 88 to 40, or by the white and the Sakatra in a proportion of 72 to 56, and so on through the 128 varieties. But the Sang Malay, with 127 parts white and 1 part black, was still a man of color. So it's that one drop rule. Once again, it all goes back to your fathers. Okay, even if your father is, even if you look like fucking pale as shit, look like Jake Gyllenhaal, right? But your lineage of your fathers go back to black men, you're still a black man, okay? You're still an Israelite man, all right, or whatever tribe it is. So this is Matthew chapter 13. Another parable put he forth Yahweh Shai, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. Okay, Yahweh Shai sowing good seed in the field, okay, the Israelites. While men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. Okay, the enemy, talking about Esau Edom, came and sowed tares. Okay, he had sex with our woman when he took us down. All right, he had sex with our woman. Okay, let's go get that real quick. because while I was doing that video before I actually screwed this up, this is Matthew chapter 13. Yeah, verse 7. This is obviously talking about, the beast that, the dragon is Rome that gave power into the beast, and the beast is pretty much, Rome coming back. But it is also Rome at the same time. And, it's the beast that was, yet is, but is not. Okay, it does have the same attributes as Rome, but it's different in some regards. Okay, they have some of the neo-European, Moorish architecture. Okay, created by the Moors. All right, they have better technology. Okay, but they still follow Greco-Roman cultures. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 7. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. Okay, so I was talking about the nation of Esau, Edom. All right, the beast, NATO and the EU. Okay, America, NATO, and the EU. All right, which when you go into it, Russia isn't a part of that beast. I was just looking at someone just looking straight at me in their car, but when you go into it, Russia is not a part of that beast. All right, Russia and Turkey are not a part of that beast. They were excommunicated. Okay, Russia, I believe, with the annexation of Crimea, I think to probably someplace in Eastern Europe, and after that, the U.S. pretty much put sanctions against them. And the same thing with Turkey. I think Russia was giving Turkey, I think, S-400 missiles, and then the NATO and the EU gave them some sanctions. Okay, so they're not technically a part of the beast, but they are still ran by Esau, Edom, if that makes sense. Okay, so obviously, we took them down. We took them down for a period of 1,000 years. When we wounded their head, we took them down for a period of 1,000 years, and after some time, they were given their power back, and they took us down. Let me go into. It's been a while since I brought this out. Let's see here, 1,000 years. All right. Yeah, there we go. Revelation chapter 20. All right. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. All right, the bottomless pit is obviously Europe. When you look it up and look at bottomless pit, it's a habitation of demons. All right, when you continue the reading, it's only plausible that's talking about Europe. And he laid hold on the dragon and that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. All right, it's talking about when Jake took down Esau, Edom for 1,000 years, took down Esau out of Europe. Okay. Rome and Rome's allies. That's what the dragon is. Rome and Rome's allies. Okay, Burgundians, Lombards. The 10 horns, I believe it is. I'm gonna have to go into 10 heads. 10 heads. I gotta go back into it. It's been a while. And once again, Slovakia. Not to make too many excuses, but being here, it's been kind of like a little bit of a struggle to have to plan everything out, but I think this kind of style of videos where I can kind of get off and get my videos out, but not have to be worrying about people. Like, I'm in a place where no one's really around me. This center, the athletic center, is pretty much empty at this time, so I can just pretty much go here, record my video, and keep it moving. All right, so I call it hit and run. Okay. Yeah, and he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. All right, because Esau, Edom does go back to Cain. Okay, the lineage goes back to Cain. Cain was the first murderer. Esau, Edom has the privilege of being the first murderer on the world stage. Okay, and that mark of Cain was obviously leprosy, and he came back as Esau, Edom. All right, but Esau, Edom is also the serpent. Okay, in Genesis, I believe chapter 3, chapter 2, chapter 3, I believe, is when it goes into account. Esau, Edom is also the serpent. Okay, because he started everything. All right, this kind of proves it. he was the one who tricked Eve, okay, as he does today, with that, the tree of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, okay, which is not an actual tree, but merely a philosophy, all right. And we just read in the Black Jacobins how Esau Edom, tricked out people with this strange philosophy. Oh, the mulatto is a child of the pure white and pure black. But what they did is that they made no distinction between mother or father. Okay, all right, that's madness. Okay, if the father is a black man, okay, I don't care how light skinned that child looks, or whatever parts white, or whatever, how many times he whites himself out and breeds among white people, that child is still a man of color. That child is still Israelite. If it's a Judite, all right, if it's a Judite has pops a white woman, okay, and that child goes ahead and pops another white woman, and so on and so forth. Those children, that seed line, as long as it goes back to the man, is still a Judite, okay? No matter how light they are, all right? And these other Israelite camps can't understand that, okay? Verse 3, and cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal upon him that he should not deceive them, that he should deceive the nations no more till 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a little season, all right? And this pretty much happened and ended when we pretty much lost our rulership after the fall of Constantinople in 1453, when the Turks, the Ottoman Turks, overran us. Okay, they kicked us out of Constantinople. All right, later on we lost Granada. Okay, and once we lost that was pretty much it. Once we lost Granada, pretty much right after that, Christopher Columbus was able to get Moors, all right, Israelites, who are still there, to get on his ship to help him circumnavigate, and get himself to, America. All right, obviously to fulfill Bible prophecy, but Christopher Columbus didn't know that. He just wanted to go, fuck some people up, fuck our people up. He just had an urge. He knew exactly where he was going. He did it on purpose. Okay, he didn't find it by accident. He wanted to shed innocent blood. Okay. But back into it. So we just read that account, right? The soul tears. Moving on, but while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. Okay, and this is also going to slavery. Okay, which we just read that account in the Black Jacobins. This takes place during the San Domingo Revolution, and goes into like the time period before it. Okay, so what happened? We were in slavery, and they raped our woman, and they had children with them. Okay, a lot of those children are theirs, but some of them could very well be Jake's because they were slave rebellions. There's many slave rebellions. Some of them that history aren't even going to record. Okay, they of course raped those white women. All right, some of them they could have married and or kept as a concubine, but more than likely they married because they didn't know no better, and had children with them and raised those children up. All right, or they were scattered off into various lands and bred. So many different things could happen. I don't want to get too deep into it. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servant of the household came. So as time passed, you see the tares also. All right. So the servants of the household came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? For once hath it tares. Okay. Why are there tares? All right. Which is a parable, of course. All right. Why are there tares? Okay. The tares. All right. Because our enemy, when he took us down, he raped our woman. Okay. Then in the end, we're going to come out because Jacob is a supplanter. All right, even going back to the beginning of Jacob and Esau, their birth. Okay, Jacob was born with his hand around Esau's heel. So no matter how hard we get our asses beat, we're still going to take Esau, eat him down. All right, we're still going to grab his heel. We're going to beat his ass. And that's going to be it for him. Okay, moving on. For what then hath the tares? Verse 28. He said unto them, An enemy hath done this. The servant said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go up and gather them up? But he said, Nay, lest while we gather up the tares, ye reap up also the wheat with them. Let both go together until the harvest, and the time of harvest. I will say to the reapers, Gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. Okay, let some time pass. All right, this is the days. This is a parable. It's parabolic. Okay, this is really talking about today. All right, let some time pass. Let the wheat show themselves. Let the tares show themselves. Okay, and when the time comes for that reaping, which is the battle of Armageddon, you know, pretty much end time prophecy, end time prophecy to come to pass. I'm talking like Yahweh Shai cracking open the clouds and coming down with the angels and so many chariots that when you look up, you're not even going to be able to count them, and brings destruction to Esau, Edom. Okay? Then will the tares be destroyed and the wheat will be delivered, no matter how they look. Alright, that's pretty much all I want to bring out for this lesson. Alright, I'm gonna pretty much pause for a second. Yeah, just some nosy ass boy was walking towards me, so I had to go move and relocate. See, that's why I call it the hit and run style. Now I'm able to pause, change position, change areas, and keep it moving. Okay, but I'm gonna say Kol Halal and Yahweh by Hashem Harakakadash, Allah and Slakia. Kol Halal and Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Harakakadash Rakdom. Alright, Slakia for a little slip of the tongue. Once again, I'm on the move. Alright, that's all I got. To be continued. Yeah, Shalom.